Come in.
Morning, sir. Morning.
You are Rishabh.
Yes.
Have a seat. What's your full name?
Rishabh Agnihotri.
Okay, Rishabh, tell me something that is not on your resume.
Yes, sir. Sir, I like to play cricket, and I am a fitness enthusiast, and I love doing meditation as well.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you recently started meditating?
Sir, I started it in the last year, but I was not continuous, and there were gaps. So from the last 3 months, I would say I have been doing it continuously, without any gaps.
What prompted you to pursue meditation?
So actually, it was a personal problem in my family, and in which my uncle was not able to, not able to manage the stresses of life, and so he was mentally not ill. He was mentally not fit, and this pushed me to, to do meditation and take care of my mental health as well.
So, what are the benefits that you?
So the benefits of meditation are
No, that you have experienced. after
okay.
meditating.
So firstly.
I mean, do you see any change
Yes,
before
sir.
and after?
Yes, sir. So I have seen a lot of change. Firstly, my cognitive abilities have improved. Like I am able to focus now on things properly, and also my learning skills as well. Also, sir, I am able to maintain my calm and composure in tough situations. So I think.
How many steps are there in Surya Namaskar?
Sir, I do not do Surya Namaskar actually. While doing meditation, I just focus on my breathing, and also there is a sound of silence. And when you are sitting in silence, then you are able to listen some vibrations or some frequency, and it's just basically that you focus.
See, from
on.
my understanding, yoga has two parts. One is meditation, other is the exercise, the
Yes, sir.
asanas.
Yes, sir.
So in meditation part, you say that you do meditation, but Surya Namaskar is in that exercise
Yes, asanas, yes, sir.
category. So
Yes,
you don't do that part, Abhi.
Uh,
You haven't
not
explored
not
that.
not regularly, yes, sir.
And when you're doing the meditation, have you heard of any asan which you do while you're meditating? Maybe pranayam or something?
So it's firstly it's Padmasana, like in which you are sitting like the posture of your feet, and then that's the pranayama is there, which is also breathing exercise, and anulom vilom, and also kapalbhati, in which you breathe out rapidly. So these are also various types of breathing exercises, and also there is also a breathing exercise in which you inhale in through your belly first, and then you exhale out. So
Fair enough. Very good.
So how do you think this meditation is going to help you in your management?
Yes.
sir, as we all know, in management also there is a lot of stress, and we have to work for very long hours. So I think meditation will help me to stay at my best in those situations and perform at my best abilities.
Rishabh, what are the three very important things that you will pick from your resume?
Okay, so so firstly, I did my BTech in electrical engineering from Punjab Engineering College. Secondly, I have been working in a consulting firm since last 18 months. And thirdly, I have represented my college electrical department, and also my school team in various sports like cricket and chess.
Very good.
Yes.
So electrical engineering, consulting, and sports.
Sports, yes, sir.
What is Fleming's right hand rule?
So Fleming's right hand rule, we use that rule in order to tell where the force will be applied on a conductor. Like if a conductor is placed in a magnetic field and it is carrying a current, so through the Fleming's right hand rule we can know where it will experience the force. Like for example, if there's a conductor there and there's some current flowing here and magnetic field is there, then the force will be
Just tell me
perpendicular.
what are the
Sir,
things?
it could be like this.
Yeah.
Like
It is
so.
actually like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. It is like this only, but
So what are the three things?
so firstly, this is the magnetic field, this is current, and this is force. They all are mutually
Is it okay? I
perpendicular.
mean, is it true? Whatever you're saying, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Basically, they are perpendicular, mutually perpendicular.
This is magnetic field.
Are you sure? Could it be the force also?
So the force is perpendicular in this direction.
No, but these three are all perpendicular, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is a 3D
Yes, sir.
thing, so these are perpendicular.
Yes, sir.
All are perpendicular. So which one is the force?
So
Which one is the current?
okay, sir.
And which one is the field?
So the field is this one, the current is this one, and the force is this one. This is what I can recall right now.
This is the force, this is the field, and this is the
Current.
You can still tell if you're not sure that maybe you're not sure.
So this is the force, means this is the way the conductor is going to move. This is the direction in which the conductor is going to move. This is the direction of the field,
Okay, sir.
and this is
Current,
the direction of the flow of
Current. Okay, sir.
Okay. What is EMF?
So EMF is electromotive force, and it is basically the force which you can say it is a voltage, and after applying EMF only within a coil, we are able to generate a flow of current. And electromotive force, it can be induced, like for example in transformers it is mutually induced when one side of the primary coil, it is an alternating current is
Rishabh,
passed.
if you have to explain it to a layman, how will you explain EMF force?
Okay, sir. So, sir, for example, there is a battery and he wants to apply it in a cell. Then that battery is providing the EMF, that is the required necessary amount of voltage difference. And just because of this only, the circuit will run.
The layman would not understand, but still, if you can try it in any other way, you should explain the force. That, sir, if there is a magnetic current and there is a magnetic field and there is an electric current, then there is a force which is experienced, and that is called EMF. Anyway, moving forward, okay, consulting. So tell me, what were your contributions that you had in your odd 2 years experience?
Okay, sir. So firstly, I have led my team in various projects, and also I have tried to improve the efficiency of the system. Like firstly, the way of doing the work was not efficient, and basically we do reviews from the US side of our work, and that process was not very efficient. So I did some brainstorming, and I suggested a new way of doing the things properly, and this idea was implemented, so which has reduced the time to almost 50%. So I think that's
Time of what?
time for submitting the projects.
That is reduced by 50% because of your brainstorming
Yes,
ideas.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
very
sir.
nice. Okay. Are you satisfied with what you have achieved?
I could have achieved more, but I am kind of satisfied.
How is MBA related to your your experience in consulting?
Okay, sir. So working on so much projects and of such great worth and repute, it made me realize the importance of project management and the challenges and intricacies that are involved in it. And it also triggered my interest in the same, as it requires various skills like analytical skills, people management skills, and leadership skills. And I'm also intrigued by the business sense of my managers, like how they are able to take some decisions which are transformational for the organization. And so that is basically what triggered my interest in MBA.
Can you give an instance where you think that a decision has been transformational?
So for example, decision of my business managers is
Yeah,
transformational.
business manager.
Okay, sir. So, sir, firstly, we were, as a company, we were trying to open our office in India, and that was being opened in Bangalore. But it was the business sense of managers that, they said that we are currently lacking in the manpower and the experience that is required to enter the Indian industry. And also the Indian economy is not doing well right now. So he said that it would be better if we took this decision after 1 year. So so that plan is being postponed. So I think that was a good decision.
Okay, that is a good decision, but transformational in what sense?
Sir, if we would have opened there, then we might have faced some losses. And since it is a startup, so I think that we would not be able to, absorb all those losses. So I think it
But don't
was.
you think we have to take a risk
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
when we
But
initiate a startup?
yes, sir. So, but I think that calculated risks are what we should take, and it was a very calculated move. So that is why.
What is the current rate of if you're talking about economy?
Yes, sir.
What is the growth rate that we have experienced in the last year,
So, sir, in
2019?
the last fiscal year, it was about 5%. And the IMF, although the IMF and the Bloomberg, they have said that the Indian economy will jump back to about 6% in the next year, that is 2021. And the RBI and Indian government is also expecting that it will rise further. But since the coronavirus is there and the global economy is going to, face some slowdown, I think that it would be difficult for our economy to reach 6% this time as well.
How will coronavirus impact Indian economy?
Okay, so since coronavirus is impacting China and the official death toll has already risen up from 1,000, and the unofficials are saying that it is about 20% more. So it has reduced a lot of things like firstly the tourism sector, since Chinese people are the number one tourists in various countries. Also, since China is the manufacturing hub of the world, so if China's and Hubei province of China, it has about a lot of companies are manufacturing companies are there. So since that is completely locked down, I think that the manufacturing part will suffer a hit. And since India takes a lot of imports from China, so I think the consumers might face some difficulties here as well. Also, since it is all about trade and a lot of countries are trading with each other, so if there's a fear about Chinese, spreading the coronavirus, that will impact the global economy, which was also, predicted by the World Bank.
Rishabh, if you're working for a Chinese company and
Yes, sir.
suddenly the outbreak of coronavirus has asked all the employees to not come to the office and not work, and you're the manager who has to complete work on deadlines, how will you handle all this situation? The panic that has spread, plus you have to get the work done. How will you do that?
Okay, so firstly, I will try to encourage my employees to get a test done, and if they are not infected by the virus yet, I will suggest them to stay in their homes and try to do work from home. And the people who are infected from the virus, I would tell them to take rest and proper medication and go visit to the doctor, and I would not expect any work from them. But the people who are well, I would expect that they would be doing work from home and giving me daily reports. So
But
that
first
way
of all, you have to check that have you been infected or not
yes, sir.
before
Yes.
handling the
Yes, sir.
situation. Very well, sir. Okay, so is there anything that segregates you from all the other candidates that you should be the right fit for this institute? What segregates you?
Uh, Sir, actually, I have been in various situations in which I have assumed leadership roles, and I think I have learned a lot from these experiences, and yes, sir.
Something that is only in Rishabh and not in any other candidate.
Uh, Sir, I think that I am able to manage my tasks properly, and I think I cannot compare it. I cannot compare these abilities with other people might have different skill
Yeah.
sets, but I think that one thing that can differentiate me from others is that I am a good task manager. I am able to properly manage my tasks.
Okay, one last question. What is one of your weakness that you're working on?
Okay, sir. So one of my weaknesses is that I tend to overthink about the outcome sometimes, and also it is difficult for me to say no to some people in some situations, which due to which I am in certain difficult situations in life.
Any
Like for
question?
example,
Yeah, give an example.
during my undergraduation, I used to teach my classmates before exams. Although my own syllabus was not complete, then also I was teaching my classmates. So uh, that was not a good decision to do, because it was all relative at that point in time, and since my syllabus was not complete, I used to not get very good grades there. So I think that
And neither do the people who are getting taught by you, I think.
no, because like for example, they have done some things, and
Yeah,
they
I
get to
understand.
learn it from there.
Very good. You have any question for us?
No, not yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.